Here we got 61 characters for the leak. Let's see if any of the leak would make me want to go see this movie. All right, 61 characters now confirmed and reported to appear. All right, are we sure they are confirmed?
I don't know because IMDb doesn't have
that many
all those
characters,
names.
right?
No.
So you got Mark Ruffalo, Benedict Wong, Brie Larson. Are they really bringing her back?
She's not on the IMDb page.
No, and I really hope this is all a lie then. Because how can you bring her back? She like the normies hate her.
Right.
You know?
I hear she's actually a nice person, but who knows?
Right.
She's just
they say that about Culture Casino too.
She just came off kind of, man, don't say mean things about Culture.
I love Culture. I'm just
only mean things about Walton.
I want to start spreading a rumor that Culture's mean.
It won't work, man. It won't work.
I think it will. He beat me when I was in down in Florida.
I was there. I helped.
Biggles held me down, and he beat me until the boss came in, and then he pretended like I hurt him. It was really weird.
Yeah, it was true, and I lied for Culture. Yep. And I also beat up Sporty.
Yeah, I was already beat up a bit.
Good Take Bojan was so sad that we couldn't go to that meetup because he planned on spending all of his time with like the wives of the YouTube geeks. He's like, bring down Mrs. Spork. I'll go hang out with
maybe next time. Yeah, we'll have to plan one. If they do an East Coast one again, I don't know why they haven't.
Well, I have hope that since Culture is moving to Eastern Tennessee, that we might be able to do something in that area, which wouldn't be too far for a lot of us.
I would. My in-laws live in Tennessee, so I would totally go.
Yeah. Great.
Don Cheadle. Okay. Karen Gillian. Okay, so these are going to be the ones that we already knew, right?
And Cheadle is not on the IMDb page.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't imagine him not coming back as War Machine.
Agreed.
Jeremy Renner. Villani, Kamala Khan, I'm okay with her Kamala Khan. The reason why is the show showed a positive nuclear family.
Absolutely. And she is so excited to play the character. And I understand it got under people's skin she was, too happy or whatever. But I thought she was an absolute delight. And the series was great for the audience it was created for.
Yeah.
And, and even Good Take didn't hate it. So
I had no issue with that show. It was made for younger people. Her and her friend played it well in the, her little smart buddy who was like in love with her. The power is a little weird. They changed it a little bit, but it still does what it's supposed to do. And she knows her Marvel.
Yes.
If you've ever watched an interview with her, like New Rockstar did an interview with her, and she was amazing at being Kamala Khan. Like she knew her stuff, and she would go up against Kevin Feige and be like, "No, that didn't happen in the comics." Like I want to see that in a character who, like, I don't want somebody who comes in and is like, I'm changing everything about this character that I don't know anything about. Like, no offense to Michael, was it Michael Gambit, who played he was the second Dumbledore, but he never read the books. And he played Dumbledore, like, aggressively. And, like, Dumbledore is quiet power. Like, through the majority of the book, Harry would see glimpses of like this powerful wizard, but he always wondered why everyone feared Dumbledore and why they thought he was this like massive power. And why did Voldemort fear him? And he was this massive power, but it was so like quiet and subtle. Like in Goblet of Fire in the movie, he goes, Harry, did you want to read a Goblet of Fire? And he jacks him up against like stuff. In the book, he's like, Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? You know, like very calming, and like he's like that
Kind of more, I'm
center.
disappointed in you, and
Not even
less,
that.
I'm,
Not even
oh,
that.
okay.
He's just the calming force in the room, you know. And there's moments where, like, when Harry told him that he took the blood, you know, Voldemort took his blood and used it in the spell, like this glimmer of like hope and power comes to Dumbledore, and then he goes back to being this meek old wizard. Like he just has this, you know. And then when he fights Voldemort, he's like this powerful wizard. Like this is who really Dumbledore is. Like it's just the first Dumbledore played it closer to the book than the guy who was in the majority of the movies, who did a good job. It's just I didn't like aggressive Dumbledore. That's all. Um,
That's respectable.
Levin Alpha, if they do it, we'll have to meet up. Um,
That's where
Okoye.
Good Take and I want to retire, Eastern
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee would be a great, no sales income tax, great place.
E-
Um,
Exactly. And we loved all our vacations there.
yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. Okoye, okay, she's fine. Tessa Thompson, Valkyrie, annoying, but she's in it. You know, she's the
Yeah, see,
queen.
and they are
King,
not on the IMDb page.
really. But she was already spotted in London with Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah, that's why I think it's so weird. I don't
Yeah,
know why they're not keeping it updated.
Hugh Kwan would be awesome. I would love to see him in the
Oh,
movie.
I loved the way he played that character. It was
He played it
adorable.
great, and he's Data. I mean, Data's the best.
Hmm.
Monica
I have no
Rambeau.
idea who half these characters are.
Oh, did you ever see the Goonies?
Well, I know who Data is from the
Oh,
Goonies,
yeah,
but I have no idea who any of these characters are because I stopped watching a long time ago.
yeah. I know you
Oh,
did. Loki
well, the
season
Loki
2.
series is going to be absolutely critical to Doomsday, so you have to watch it as research, Biggles.
Um,
No.
the first season's so bad, dude. It's so bad. He watches like a 30-second replay of the other Loki, like his other branch Loki life, and he decides, okay, I'm cured of being an evil Loki. So dumb.
But
Monica Rambeau.
he killed mom. I mean, did he know that he killed mom? That Loki?
mm,
I mean, this is just
they show him.
and well, I know that's the whole point is like up until this
Right.
point, in that 30 seconds of video, there was so much of he realized like how much his family really loved him and that he,
Yeah.
could make such a larger impact on the world instead of trying to conquer it. And oh, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucked. All right. Monica Rambeau, whatever. Um, that was the show that broke me. That was uh WandaVision. Like the first 2 episodes, I was so into it. And then it just got corny. And then at the end, when Monica Rambeau goes, they'll never know what you gave up. Like, what? These people were
Well,
tortured. They were-
I didn't like the last episode. I was fine with all of WandaVision until the very end.
They could have done such a good show with that. Adam
Hmm.
Warlock, they made him a tool. But I do like the actor, but the
Hmm.
character became like was just a joke in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, was it? Um,
Well, it
Adam
does show you
Warlock
how
is
bad the
very powerful.
IMDb page. It does show you how
Yeah.
bad the IMDb page is because it doesn't even have him listed either.
Well, he's a rumored.
Oh, he's the room.
So
Okay.
they're saying confirmed at the top, but these are still rumors. Like I don't know why they lit that's such clickbait. Riri,
Yeah.
Riri.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna have to force myself to watch that series because I've watched everything except for Echo.
Yeah. America Chavez, like they're really bringing her. I don't
Wow.
know. I feel bad for actors because I don't mean any disrespect, but God, that character was horrible. But make sure
Hmm.
you show her pan flag. Anywho, uh, Sylvie. Oh my God, tell me that's a rumor. Rumored. Okay, because
She's not an IMDb.
Sylvie, for you Biggles and anybody out there, Sylvie was Loki's female. She was female Loki from a different branch line, and she was just way better than him in every way. And he became like a housewife to her. Like she
Nice.
just she was hardcore, and he was like, "But I love you. Oh, don't stab me." Like it was
But
so.
she was really a different character, though. I mean, they modeled
Mhm.
her after another character, not as a Loki variant, but there was a Enchantress.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
it wasn't Enchantress. It was Loki.
I know.
This is where they screw up. You have great characters that they either swap the male out for a female, or they end up doing the, you know what? We'll just make her this character. We'll take this character, but we'll call her Loki because that has, value in the MCU, and we'll make her better than Tom Hiddleston or whatever. She-Hulk's coming back, your favorite character.
Yeah.
It must be because she doesn't have blemishes that it looks so bad. You like, I really mean that. Like Ruffalo has stubble, they give him
Hmm.
wrinkles, like they
Yeah,
try to
this
make
looks
her
animated as
so
opposed to,
animated.
yeah, yeah, agreed.
And she's a very good actress. Not in that show,
She's
I
been
hated it, but
she's been very vocal against Marvel and her character and the role. So for them to bring her back in Doomsday, I find that very surprising.
really.
Hmm.
Okay, see, I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, Dumbledore, does he cast any spells? I want to say yes. Before, I don't know. I'll have to think about that 11 alpha. It would be like a minor little spell, but I can't think of it. Uh, okay, this is the new Wonder Man. I don't know what they're going to do with this series, but we'll see.
It could be good if they're going to portray the character similar to how they had originally thought of having Nathan Fillion play the role.
Right, right.
So it could be entertaining.
Okay, Cassie Lang. Um, I hated her in the movie. Like she just came off as like, and again, another one where Scott was treated like he was an idiot, and his daughter was way smarter, and she was just a douche. Like, and I don't know why they didn't keep the girl from.
Because they did the 5-year time jump, didn't they?
Yeah, but the girl they had in the 5-year time jump
Yeah,
is a really good actress.
yeah, the girl that
Uh,
was in Endgame that played her
yeah,
5
she
years
was.
older. Yeah, she
She
was
was
the
in.
same actor.
I don't remember that.
She was
Okay.
in some TV show that I used to watch. I don't know if it was No, not Buffy. Oh man, I don't remember what TV show she was in, but she was good. She's a good actress. The other girl. Um, okay, B-15. I'm fine with that. Whatever. Uh, Maria Rambo. Now, will we get Maria Rambo Photon? Will we get Maria Rambo Captain Marvel?
Well,
Like
no,
which version?
Monica was those, not Maria. Monica was.
Not in the MCU,
Oh, wow.
right?
I
She
hate
was a
them.
version of Photon, wasn't she? I think
I
she
thought
was
so, yeah.
an X-Men. And then she was Captain Marvel in Doctor Strange mom. So she was, yeah, she got killed, but she was in it. I would love if they have Famke Jensen in as Jean Grey. That would be dope. She's probably like 60, but I still would love it because the way they had that character as the Dark Phoenix was just god awful in that X-Men series, but whatever. They just kind of squeezed it in. Holly Berry,
Bring,
I'd be fine with.
bring back Holly Berry.
I kind of want this kid in it. She's badass. Delia. Uh, Now, is this a rumor, or was she actually announced? Her name.
She's not in IMDb.
Okay. Owen Wilson, Mobius. I'd be fine with that.
Wow.
Peter Quill. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Peter Quill. Yep, of course. Nick Fury, of course. Cleo. I mean, she's been in the dark dimension with Doctor Strange for so long. We got to see her.
No, Chris
Yeah.
Pratt is also not in IMDb in Doomsday.
Lucky Chris Pratt.
So maybe this is real. You never know.
I don't know. Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch with his third eye. That'll be a little weird. Haley Atwell, would love to see Peggy Carter again. She was great. I even like that Peggy Carter TV series. They need to make her eyes farther apart. Who? Why does she look like Omar? I don't know who you're talking about.
Maria Rambo was when those
oh.
chats came in.
Okay. E. Clay. Chris Evans. I'd like to see a weird version of Captain America. Maybe like that Nomad role. That would be pretty cool. Bradley Cooper. Happy to have him back. Vin Diesel.
Well, to further say that IMDb could be wrong is Chris Evans is not listed.
How can they not? Well, I think there would hold you. You already announced Robert Downey Jr. You got to hold off on Chris Evans for that surprise, you know?
Yeah.
Vin Diesel doesn't have much going on, so he'd be available. Cosmo, down with that. Kate Bishop, I'd be fine with that. Oh, and then they go with the confirmed.
Oh, so now there's the confirmed. Okay.
Oh, so those were all the rumored. Okay.
That makes sense because none of them were in IMDb.
Yeah. Yeah. Ant-Man's commie daughter. I can't deal with her. I can't stand her so much. Oh, she was just a terrible role she played. You know who I would like to see is the deleted scene in Endgame. Tony Stark's daughter aged up. Like that girl did a great job in that, but it's a deleted scene. When he goes into the Soul Stone. I think that would have been cool if they showed it, but whatever. Yeah, so that's that. I don't know. We'll see.